Hey gang, John Backrella here with your Lake St. Clair Fishing Report, brought to you by Sportsmen's Direct. It is Wednesday, February 14th. Water temperature is 38 degrees at Belle Isle, which is up significantly from the last report about 12 days ago. And a whole lot has changed since that last report. Pretty much, well, I'll get to that in a second. Talk about weather forecast. Weather forecast sucks. We've got like 3 cold nights coming in a row, and it's going to firm what little bit of frozen water there is out there up, maybe make a little bit of new ice in some of the canals that are pretty much landlocked and, unaffected by wind and everything else. But it's pretty much done. Okay. For us down here, ice fishing, unless there's a miracle, and it would pretty much take that going into the end of February and then going into the beginning of March to really make new ice down here. It would take like an apocalyptic type of cold event to really make ice now, with the days longer and the sun angle increasing. So basically what I'm getting at is there's a little bit of ice left up on the north end, maybe about 50 yards out in front of the raft. It extends over to that bay a little bit to the left, and then over across the front of where that marina is. And if it's going to be good enough, I find doubtful, okay, even with 3 cold nights coming. But I'm sure some of you guys are going to try it, and I can't stop you. But it is what it is. And same thing goes for any of the other canals that are remaining up there around the north end that still are holding ice. You guys are going to do what you're going to do, and I would do what I was going to do if I didn't have to work. But for the most part, if you really want ice, you're going to need to go to Simcoe or go north. I talked to the guys up at Houghton Lake today, up at Lyman's. They have fishable ice up there. Talked to Pilgrim's Village, which is over by Lake Cadillac and Mitchell. They have fishable ice up there. As far as that in-betweener area up by Saginaw, I don't know. Kind of doubt it. I think you got to go further north or you got to go east. They're going to get a lot colder temps over at Simcoe. They're probably going to make some new ice over there and definitely thicken things up from what it was with the forecast that I've been looking at for them over there. So it looks like they're going to have a little longer season and maybe even have a decent season if it stays colder than what we're forecasted to have here. The forecast here looks horrible. Like I said, we got 3 nights of cold weather coming, then maybe 4 or 5 days of warm weather, then a couple more cold days. So basically we're going to be riding the wave, and it's not to our favor to making ice at this time of the year. So the best advice I can give you is ride those barometric pressure waves, break out the long rods, and chase all these fish that we've got near shore right now, or slip the boats in and go out and do that, even though it's pretty uncomfortable when it's like in the, upper 30s, lower 40s to be out there on the water. But the shore fishing should still be really good. So shore fishing, where should you go? Clinton River has been producing fish all the way from the mouth and then up into the river for guys that are putting their boats in. It's been on and off. The bite has been, for some guys, really hot and heavy sometimes. And for most of the time, the bite's been kind of slow. So guys using their electronics are seeing a lot of fish, but it can be tough at times to get them to go. But when this when the barometer really starts moving here with these fronts coming through, and there's going to be like one front after another coming, the bite is definitely going to pick up, especially on the rise and fall of the barometer. So you can expect it to get better. Same thing I can say for the Metro Park there. That bite has been kind of up and down, so you're going to have to do the same thing there. Haven't heard much about the spillway. There should be fish in the spillway right now, and there should be fish in that bay in front of Crocker Road too. So shore fishing should be great. It's just going to be weather dependent, like everything else. You may have some mornings where you're clearing skim ice away, like after these next couple of nights, or, it may be wide open. So it's just going to depend on where you are, but the bite should be pretty darn good. Been a few trollers out there, but not many. A lot of the canals are still iced up, like Blossom Heath has still got ice. I heard 11 Mile got broke open the other day, but then I heard again today it iced back up, and it's probably going to ice up thicker in the next 3 nights. So Harley has stayed open, so South River Road, that boat launch has stayed open because you got the river current there, and there's basically no ice out on the lake. So if I were going to launch and troll, I'd probably just count on launching at Harley. I did hear that Alter Road boat launch is open now for you guys that want to go in and get some early jigging in. but it sounds like St. Jean's is not open yet. So Alter Road would be the launch you're going to want to go to up in the upper end up here. So Selfridge should be open. I would imagine that's pretty cleaned out up there if you wanted to launch and go up out in that area. But there are no docks in at any of these launches, like at Metro or at Harley or at Selfridge, unless they push them in the next couple of days. But I'm going to guess they're not going to do that until we hit March. So we might have another couple of weeks to wait before they push some docks in. Let's see. We've had some really quality fish come in the last couple of weeks. Even though the ice conditions have been getting horrible, the fishing has gotten really good. We had a really big carp come in, and that was still caught on the ice while we still had it. Some big crappies and some really big bluegills, including the latest one that was still just under a pound. But we've had some really nice fish coming in. We've had some good pike coming in, some good perch coming in that didn't make the board. So there's been a lot of real quality fish being caught, even though they're not being caught on the ice right now. They're being caught basically in the marinas, for the most part, in the marinas and off the docks. So if you have a chance, get out, take advantage of it. The shore fishing on the days when it's sunny, that sun feels pretty good right now with that sun angle. So even though it might only be 40 degrees outside, if the sun is out, it's going to feel a whole heck of a lot warmer than that. We are going to have a clearance sale, 50% off on all of our remaining inventory of clam rods and rod combos. Same thing goes for the 13 fishing rods and rod combos. So if you are planning a trip or you're trying to get ahead, stocked up for next year, hopefully next year we'll have better ice conditions than this. Now's the time to come in and help us clear out some of that excess inventory for going into next year. That's all I've got for you right now. It's a short report. Not a whole lot to talk about with there not being any ice right now. So if you get a chance to get out, we'll see you in the shop this weekend. Hey gang, if you like our content, hit the little subscribe button and the bell icon, and you'll be notified as soon as we put out new stuff. Because that fat lady is done warmed up. I'm going to start this all over again.
That fat lady dung?
Yep, the fat lady dung. I know, that was really bad. That was not good, so we'll do this one again.